Week 16 of the fantasy basketball season, and here's a few forwards I looked at off the wire this week. The first guy, Cam Whitmore of the Houston Rockets. So Cam Whitmore definitely getting an opportunity over the last few weeks here, and he's making the most of it, and he's only playing about 20-25 minutes per game. So on the season for Whitmore, 11.8 points a game, 3.8 rebounds, 1.7 threes, and 48% from the field. But the last couple weeks, 18.7 points a game, 5.4 boards, 2.9 threes, and 48% from the field. So the most part, three-point shooting, scoring, and rebounding is Whitmore's specialty for the rookie this season. So the last few games, like I said, still only 20-25 minutes per game, but he's pouring in points pretty quickly for this Rocket team. January 31st versus the Pelicans, 17 points, a steal, 3 threes, 50% from the field. February 2nd versus the Raptors, 25 points, 6 boards, and assists, 2 steals, 3 threes, 58% from the field. And February 4th at the Timberwolves, 14 points, 2 boards, and assists, a steal, 3 threes, 30% from the field. So right now, Whitmore, he's available right now in 67% of fantasy leagues. And like I said, if you need scoring of the basketball and a three-point shooter with a good field goal percentage and a guy who I think his minutes will go up as the season goes on, Whitmore's definitely an ad this week. Next ad's Precious Achiuwa of the New York Knicks. So Precious Achiuwa getting a lot of playing time now for this New York Knicks team. Julius Randle, he's going to be out multiple weeks with the shoulder injury. OG Anunoby, he's been out the last 4 or 5 games for this Knicks team with the elbow. And Achiuwa came over in the OG trade with Malachi Flynn as well. So on the season, 7 points a game, 5.7 boards, 1.3 assists, and 46% from the field. But the last couple weeks, since he's been playing a lot of minutes and starting the last handful of games since Randle's been out, 8.7 points a game, 9 boards, 1 assist, 1.3 blocks, and 42% from the field. So if you need rebounding and a guy's going to block some shots, that's what Precious Achiuwa is bringing to this Knicks team right now. And he's available right now in 68% of fantasy leagues. So January 30th versus the Jazz, 18 points, 5 boards, and assists, 2 blocks, 61% from the field. February 1st versus the Pacers, 12 points, 16 boards, 4 steals, 2 blocks, 31% from the field. And February 3rd versus the Lakers, 10 points, 8 boards, a block, 36% from the field. So like I said, if you need rebounding and shot blocking, that's what Achiuwa is bringing fantasy owners. He's not much of a scorer, and his field goal percentage isn't really all that great as well. But right now, with him playing major minutes for this Knicks team, that's on demand over the last few weeks here. He's definitely a good ad this week. The next ad, Norman Powell, Los Angeles Clippers. So Powell's been on this list a whole lot this season here, and right now available still in 57% of fantasy leagues. And his specialty as well as three-point shooting and scoring the basketball. On the year, 13.5 points a game, 2.6 rebounds, 1.1 assists, 2.1 threes, and 49% from the field. But the last couple weeks, 14.4 points a game, 4.1 rebounds, 1.7 assists, 2.1 threes, and 48% from the field here for Norman Powell. So like I said, he's still playing 25-30 minutes a game for this Los Angeles Clipper team, and he's a guy that's going to score the basketball and hit that 3 ball coming off the bench for them. January 31st at the Wizards, 14.7 boards, 3 assists, 3 threes, 50% from the field. February 2nd at the Pistons, 15 points, 5 boards, 2 assists, 3 threes, 54% from the field. And February 4th at the Heat, 16 points, a rebound, an assist, 2 threes, and 50% from the field. So right now, while he's playing good basketball and scoring about 15 points a game over the last couple weeks, I think Powell's a decent ad in 12-team leagues or deeper. The next ad, Harrison Barnes of the Sacramento Kings. So Harrison Barnes, it's been an up and down type of year for him, but the last few weeks, he's scoring the basketball at a good clip, and he's getting back to numbers he was putting up last season. On the year, 12 points a game, 2.9 rebounds, 1.3 assists, 1.9 threes, and 47% from the field. But the last couple weeks, he's caught fire scoring the basketball and hitting the 3 ball, 20.7 points a game, 3.9 rebounds, 1.3 assists, 1.1 steals, 3.1 threes, and 48% from the field. So the last couple weeks, he's been a 4 or 5 category type of player. He is Harrison Barnes. I know he's still putting in some of those stinkers, and there's some games where he's going to go out there and put up good points. We saw a game a few weeks ago where he went back-to-back 32 and then 39 points. January 31st at the Heat, 9 points, 5 boards, and assists, 30% from the field. February 2nd at the Pacers, 22 points, 4 boards, an assist, 3 steals, 4 threes, 64% from the field. And February 3rd at the Bulls, 11 points, a rebound, a steal, a 3, 40% from the field. So right now, I know the numbers aren't all that great for Harrison Barnes, but he's a guy playing decent basketball for the Sacramento King team. He don't miss really many games throughout his NBA career here, especially the last couple seasons. And he's playing big minutes as well still for this King team, 30 to 40-minute range. So right now, I think he's a decent add as Harrison Barnes. Like I said, he's not going to fill this stat sheet every game. Definitely a play that can help fantasy owners this week and possibly for the remainder of the season. And the fifth and final forward I looked at off the wall is Lonnie Walker of the Brooklyn Nets. So Lonnie Walker, last season we saw some flashes from him with the Los Angeles Lakers, and I'm surprised Lakers didn't re-sign him in the offseason. On the year, 12.3 points a game, 2.2 rebounds, 1.6 assists, 2.2 threes, and 47% from the field. But the last couple weeks here for Walker, the playing time's gone up, but that's 3 games, especially 25 minutes or more, we've seen from Walker. January 29th versus the Jazz, 19 points, 2 boards, 4 assists, a steal, a block, 4 threes, 50% from the field. January 31st versus the Suns, 19 points, 3 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 steals, 3 threes, 43% from the field. And February 3rd at Philly, 20 points, 2 boards, 3 assists, 3 threes, 50% from the field here for Walker. So Walker, I know he's a good ball player. We've seen flashes from him with San Antonio. We saw it last season with the Los Angeles Lakers. And now, with Dinwiddie possibly getting traded towards the deadline, and Ben Simmons once again banged up and most likely will probably miss time knowing him, I think the playing time is going to be there for Lonnie Walker. He could score the basketball. He's a decent assister of the basketball. So right now, while he's available, is Walker in 75% of fantasy leagues. He's an ad this week, so that's a few forwards I looked at in week 16 of the fantasy basketball season.